Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. So today is very exciting. I'm doing a makeup tutorial with the most expensive looking drugstore makeup. Are you ready? Let's get this beauty started. So before we get into the video, I know the holidays are coming up. It gets stressful, the end of the year, and I have been such a big fan of Winged Wellness. I wanted to really revisit the sleepy gummies. If you're having trouble sleeping, if you are waking up all the time like I was, I went on this big mission back in 2021 around March. I bought the Aura ring. It's like a smart ring that really tracks your sleep and your heart rate and your REM sleep. And I really wanted to know what was going on because I was so tired. And I was like, why am I waking up so many times a night? Like, I don't even know what's going on. I really wanted that data. So I saw that I was waking up 11 times a night and this is crazy. And so I actually was at Life Extensions. It's like a vitamin shop for my father. He's 91 and I was looking for a sleep aid. And one of the women that worked there said, would he be open to CBD? And I said, I think he'll be open to anything. And I was like, I'm open to anything. And so I purchased the Winged Wellness CBD Sleepy Gummies. It has 10 milligrams of CBD per gummy. There's 30 gummies in this little container. And it was funny because I started taking it, I looked at my data and it was completely different. I was sleeping through the night. I had so much REM sleep and it was incredible because I wouldn't have known if I didn't have this data in this app. So with this, it's a woman-based business formulated for women. The Sleepy Gummies have the 10 milligrams of the CBD per serving sourced from full spectrum hemp extract. What I also love in this is that they include the evening primrose oil, which may support balanced hormone levels and a sleep support complex, including GABA, 5-HTP, and melatonin. So this is vegan. This is third-party lab tested. The hemp is grown here in the US. And my husband is totally addicted to them too. He's like, whatever you do, don't stop buying them. And I'm always like, are you only having 2? Because it seems like it goes fast. But this is such a wonderful time to invest in yourself, invest in your sleep. If you do need something that really helps like bring down the mind's racing. It gets a little hectic with, the holiday season. I know we're just coming off of hurricane season and it's been really quite stressful. And so I have really leaned on the Sleepy Gummy to really help me. I have a coupon code below too, Nikol 20 for you. Also, a lot of you, if you look at the comments when I've mentioned this product in my videos, there is a lot of women that have tried this and are loving it. I get DMs all the time. I get emails. So it really makes me feel happy that you're also experiencing the benefits that I am. So let's get into the video. All right. So this is a great day for my full face of expensive looking drugstore makeup. So I'm not crazy about drugstore makeup, so I don't feature it a lot, but I decided to go into a deep dive of research this year, which you've seen with all of my foundation reviews, my concealer reviews, and I've been quite impressed, to be honest with you. As you know, if you've watched my reviews, I had no expectations, and then all of a sudden I'm like, this is amazing. So I'm not a channel that it's all luxury. I'm not a channel that's all drugstore. I'm not a channel that receives tons and tons of PR packages. That just doesn't happen. So I buy a lot of my products. I'm a full-time beauty creator. This is my job. Yes, there are affiliate links, but I intentionally buy things to see if they work. If they work and I like them and I've been using them, they're able to appear on my channel. So I see a lot of comments where I'm just pushing product. I'm here to be an educator. I'm here to use product. I have to use product to show you product, to be able to educate you. Maybe it's right for you, maybe it's not. But today's video is going to be exciting because I haven't done this before. I did do a makeup tutorial with Drugstore Makeup before. I had one, I think it was last year. I'm going in with the La Roche-Posay. They actually sent this to me. This is the Soothing Repair Moisturizer. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to just do a little moisturizer. I do need to repair my skin. You can see the beautiful pigmentation. You can see pigmentation and it's a little bit lighter. And I'm just working with it, ladies. I'm just going with the flow. I'm going with the aging. Nothing has to be perfect. I just want to feel good and I want to create a beautiful look with this makeup. Moisturizer is on my skin. It's almost really nice. It gives it a nice slip, but also feels like it has a nice barrier of moisture on my skin. So we're going to go in with my eye primer. This is something that, you know, you're not gonna be able to find at the drugstore, so I have to use it. I cannot do makeup without it. As I've told you, I've been using it for over 14 years. Base of my lashes, all the way up to my brow bone, into the inner corner, so I am neutralizing out my whole entire lid. So you can see all this darkness, this pigmentation on my lid? I don't want that mixed in with my eyeshadow palette. It's going to look terrible, so I need to neutralize out that first. Eye primer is on. Now, for the eyeshadow, I am not a big eyeshadow fan at the drugstore. I'm just not. I love color payout. I love silky velvety finishes. So in my research, I found Milani. This is their palette and it's called Most Wanted. I thought it'd be really nice and easy to create a beautiful look with this. I liked the colors. I liked that it's made in Canada. And then also I have this little flower. This is from Flower. It's Drew Barrymore's. It's called Chrome Crush Pressed Pigments. So you're going to see that this is going to be this beautiful like golden bronzy kind of pigments that I can put over to give a little sheen. Now these are affordable because you might see me in my videos using something like Valentino. I just got this in the Sephora sale, but you'll see it's the same thing like the pigments. So you have these crushed pigments, same kind of packaging. So you'll see the crushed pigments. This looks like a little bit bigger pigments, but you can always divert back to what I show you. If I'm using a department store, you can use from the drugstore. So you always have alternatives. So this is a great video to bookmark because it's going to give you the basis of what you could do at the drugstore for an evening out look, a holiday look, maybe an everyday look. Look at this palette. It's going to give you a lot of range. Let's see. We're going to start off with let's go into the taupey color first, and we're going to do that on the whole eye. Again, I'm using my brushes. There are some things that are basically a non-negotiable for me, and my essential makeup brush set that I created, that I designed. I'm not going to try to replicate that at the drugstore because I do not like their brushes. I do find them to be not that much quality. So I'm going to be using my brushes and we're going to go into this taupe color first and apply it like we normally do on the lid. I'm going to go into the middle and I'll pull it down to the end of the corners and out. What I would be careful of is I don't know, I'm going to come up close for you. There's a lot of fallout here. So you've got to be careful. You can't go wishy-washy real fast. You really need to press into the powder so you don't create that. So I basically created that by being a little bit too heavy-handed with trying to get the color on the brush. So you've got to be careful that you don't do that. But we have a really nice wash of color right now of this taupe color. Let's go into the next color. I'm going to take my tapered brush here. This is going to be like a little pencil. So I'm going to contour my eye and I'm going to go into the middle color here. It's kind of like in between the light and the dark. So I'm going to take a little of this and I'm going to do a nice little contour right in underneath my brow bone. And we will blend this together with our blending brush, but I'm just getting this on. It's coming down a little bit, but that's fine. We're going to go over with our like little chrome sparkles from Blvd. So this will be really nice. Just creating a very beautiful look, and you're going to be thrilled that you can look, just really pulled together on a budget and feeling, that you have a little tutorial that you can watch when you're doing your makeup. That's like the key. You can follow along, and we are just still contouring just right underneath the brow bone. So you can see how I can go in underneath the brow bone. That's really where you want to be. And don't worry if you feel like it's come down too far. We're just going to blend it all together. So I'm not going all the way in, just coming here. And remember too, I see a lot of my makeup classes that I've done where my client will take a lot of the product on the brush. They don't know how much is on the brush and they go right into doing this, and all of the shadow goes up here and it looks like a big mess, and then they get very discouraged and they feel like they got to start over, and then they feel like they're not good at the makeup application. It's practice. It's knowing how much you're picking up, realizing, okay, this is enough. I can always go back, and then applying so you're not feeling like you've just overloaded the eye. I think that's the key, ladies, is just really knowing how you can pick up the product, go right to the eye, know where you're going to put it and not get crazy, because this is going to go everywhere if you're not intentional with where you're placing your product. So let's just blend out real quick. So I have my blending brush. This is a new brush that I added to my essential makeup brush kit for this year. You can also buy it individually. So that's really nice. If you just want the blending brush, you can do that. So I'm going to just blend it out. So I have a really nice looking eye right now. So let's just hit that brow bone with the lightest color. I'm going to go back to a clean brush and I'm going to do just the brow bone with this lightest color here. Just going to put that right on the brow bone. Brow bone is on. Now let's go into, I'm going to do my favorite little look that I like to do. I'm going to take my short smudge brush. It's like this eraser brush. It's very dense. I'm going to go into the deepest color and we're going to do this eyeliner. So I did a double eyeliner trick for you this year. And what I do is I basically line the eye first with the shadow and then I'll go back and do an eyeliner. So let's go and do this just at the base of the lash. And we're going to just really thicken up that lash line. So again, you can take this straight out if you wanted to lift the eye a little bit. You can go right here. It's just really like smudging it up. It's just giving it that nice dimension, smokiness, nothing crazy, but it's really a nice trick because you look like you're wearing more makeup than you are, but it's not heavy. So I'm just doing the same thing to the other eye. And don't worry if you feel like it's gone down too much. Again, nothing's on our skin. Taking our Almay oil-free makeup pads, I'm going to take out one, and then I'm going to just sweep up to make sure that nothing fell below that line here. I want to crisp it up just like that. So anything will come off right here on this little pad. So I'm getting a nice crisp, see that? Straight up. Do you see how it nicely just took away anything that's coming down? Because when I go to put my concealer on, I don't want to mix my concealer with the shadow. That's going to look muddy and it's not going to look right. I am using my Shu Uemura eyelash curler. This I don't feel counts as makeup. I am curling my lashes, so then I can go right in with my eyeliner. Lashes are curled, and I'm going in with the Jumbo NYX. This is an eye pencil. It's larger. You can use it as eyeshadow if you want to, like a cream shadow. And this is in color Frappe. So I thought this would be nice to just go over my little shadow right there. Use this as my eyeliner just at the ends here, and I'm going to do it right underneath my eyes. Just a little underneath to balance it out. Look how gorgeous this is looking. Like this, I'm really excited about the liner and using the jumbo stick to kind of give it an extra. Now we're gonna go in with our mascara. Of course, I'm gonna be using the L'Oreal Lash Primer Base. I mean, why not? Because I've been using it in every video practically this year. It's a white base, so that's going to first coat the lashes, make them thicker, longer, separate them. It's gorgeous, but you've got to be careful that you don't clump it all on. It will not turn clear, so you have to cover all of that white. And then I'm going to go into the Voluminous Original L'Oreal. I had this in my makeup kit for years. It's such a great, just really nice staple mascara, and I like the formulation. So we're going to first go on and apply the base. Lash primer is on, so when I finish the left eye, I just go over to the right and I apply the mascara. So this is going to be in, just so you know the color, the Blackest Black is what I picked out. So look at that mascara with that duo. I always tell you it's your power duo, using the base lash primer first and then coating over base of your lashes, wiggle back and forth and come straight up. So you don't want to be hasty with your mascara application. You don't want to just do tips either. You want to go to the base where you're almost feeling it on that mucosal line and then you pull straight up. You can also kind of wisp out your lashes. So there you have these gorgeous lashes that just look like they could possibly be false lashes. I don't do the bottom because it depends. It depends on my mood. It depends on my events, but I don't really feel like I want to do that right now. Maybe I'll do a little mascara at the end. I don't know, but I always like wait until the very end because I can always add more. So now we are going to, I might add a little bit more of the shadow depending on when the skin comes together and I can see the blush and everything. So now we are going to go into our concealer. So I have a couple options for you just in case, because guess what? Makeup's not one size fits all, hence why I'm doing this video. I want you to feel really good on any budget, and you have so many videos of mine to look at that are all across the board. So I have the Incognito Wet n Wild that you know I've done lots of reviews on. I've been including them in my makeup tutorials. Also, I had done a review on the Revlon 5-in-1 concealer that I really liked. And then we have the Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles treatment. This is darker. I bought this actually to do, this is in the color Caramel. I am going to do it as a bronzer, so I can do a little bit of bronzing there if I want to. That's why I bought this, but I did try one of the instant age rewinds that like burned underneath my eyes, and I don't know why. So I like to stick with these two. I did get two different colors for the Incognito, light beige, and then I got light honey, and I tend to use the light honey. So I thought maybe I'd be using the other one, but we'll use the Incognito again, and I'm going to apply apply it the way that I normally do, up into this little corner where I have the blues, the grays, the darkness. You want to really get that there first. And then what I do, because of my skin, I come down right into this triangle because as you can see, I have that pigmentation and I work on it. It is what it is, ladies. Like, I'm not trying to have perfect skin at every single second. Some days are better, some days are not so great. So I just come down so you can see why I do that. Maybe you want to just go underneath. You know, everybody has to choose what's going to be right for them. I do makeup according to what my face is. When I have a client for my Fierce Aging series, I do makeup for her type of eye structure, bone structure, what her skin tones, etc. So you have to adjust this tutorial to fit you. I'm actually going to take my flat foundation brush and I'm going to go right up into that eye area here. I don't mind if I taper it down because I'm going to cover over with my foundation. So it doesn't have to just stop right there. I mean, I like to taper it down so that it's seamless. I like this flat brush too sometimes because I can have this, you know, get up right underneath the lashes. We do have a concealer brush also that has a top on it. And on the other side is going to be your lip liner, which is really great. It's a 2-in-1, but this is a new brush also you can buy individually, and you go right underneath the lashes like that. Go up into the inner corner. It just depends. Sometimes I just grab what's really readily available, but I'm going to go and just keep working this in. Concealer is on. It's very beautiful, huh? Brightening up the eye area already. When it comes to foundations, I have a bunch too. I did do the dewy photo finish from Wet n Wild. Again, it's called Photo Focus. Got two different colors, rose, ivory, and soft beige. The soft beige actually looks better because it warms up my skin. I also did the comparison between a BB cream and a CC cream. This is from Physicians Formula, and this is our CC cream, and I got the color light. So that's something that you can look into also in case you don't want to wear a foundation. I also did a review on the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk. So beautiful, really nice if you like that really light, dewy kind of finish to the skin. And this is in light 540. So it's a really beautiful dewy finish. They have the Leaping Bunny cruelty free. Also, CoverGirl came out with that a couple years ago. So those are some options. I just want to give you some options. And you know what? Let's go in with the CoverGirl. So I'm going to use my foundation buffing brush. It's going to buff it into my skin. I'm going to not use it that much because I don't know how much I'm going to really need. I'm going to just tap in like this and I'm going to buff it into my skin. And you can see it's almost like just really your skin. I mean, look how pretty. You're going to see a little bit of dewiness. I'm going to go right over my concealer. So my CoverGirl Skin Milk is on. It's beautiful. I get really excited as we start getting closer and closer to the lips and finalizing the look. So I'm going to just comb my brows a little bit. This is the L'Oreal Blonde. It's a little brow stylist. I will just fill in a couple little spots that I see in this area here. It's just I have like a little spot that's kind of getting a little separation right there, and I'll just brush them. I'm going to use what I recently used, the blush from Physicians Formula and the bronzer, and I can actually put these together if I want to. I can just use the bronzer. I have light bronzer, and then I have one that's just called bronzer. So I think I'm going to just use the bronzer one. I need a little bit of color, I think, in my face. I'm going to use my angled blush brush. I'm going to just tap in like this. Make sure I don't have too much on. Smells so good. It smells like you're like on the beach. I felt like this was such a beautiful bronzer for mature skin because it like melts into your skin. It's called Butter Bronzer. And I just felt like it was just, you know, it wasn't like sitting on your skin. Like it's going to look, I mean, look how pretty. Like you can just really, you can bronze it up. You can just do it lightly if you want to. This is a little bit darker than the light. So I'm going to be in the dark for this event that I'm going to tonight. So I thought that, you know what, I can afford to do a little bit darker. I'm going to use the Rose little butter blush. So just a little bit, same brush. I like the fact that it can be mixed together. Just going to go right over on my cheek here. I'm smiling, bringing it up, not kind of coming down too far. If I ever feel like I put too much on, I could just go back with my powder brush and I just work it in just so I don't have any demarcation or nothing looks like it's not melted into my skin. I'm going to line my lips with the Milani Color Statement Lip Liner in Nude. I will just line my lips like I normally do. This is actually very buttery also. Now I'm gonna go into the Milani Petal. This is their lipstick collection that went TikTok viral. So there's all these different colors of flowers. And of course, what did I pick? Petal, you know that I love roses. It's very pretty, it's like velvety also. So I'm going to just apply this. So it's quite a color. It's quite the concentrated color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just blot my lips with a little tissue and just take off. It's actually very powdery, like velvety feeling, so it's not going to move. I could do a little gloss if I wanted to, but I think I just want to keep it just very simple, not glossy right now. I like the texture of it. So now, what are we forgetting? Anything? No, but I did want to just do a tiny bit of a little bit darker, like let's intensify it. Let's kind of push it and see what this drugstore makeup can really do. I want to bring this out just a little bit. I want some more intensity here because I am going for it. And then, of course, we're going to add a little bit of that sheen on the eye. We have a little bit more intensity there. Now, let's go into the flower, the Chrome Crush. We're going to take up these pigments. I'm just going to use my finger. You have to be very careful with these. This is not the easiest thing to do, but I'm going to just pick up a little bit, put it on the center of my eye. So you can see that you can go literally from just very matte, beautiful, pulled together to it's festive. We're going out. It's going to be gorgeous, pretty. It's going to catch that light at night, having a little cocktail and enjoying the fact that you have a look that you would never know was drugstore. It's just gorgeous. So what we're going to do now is we finish the makeup. We're going to take down the hair, put on the top, and I'll meet you back right here. So my top is on, feeling like a little bit of the glitz. I put on my favorite earrings. It could be a little more is more, but I'm feeling that vibe. And I have my hair down, and you have this beautiful look from the drugstore. So this is makeup that looks expensive, but it's not. And the whole point is, ladies, I'm listening to your comments. I see what you're saying, and my channel's for everyone. I don't want anyone to feel left out, but I do so many videos that not every video can be all about drugstore, or it's not all about just luxe or what have you. I do a bunch of different things, and it's really educational. As a makeup artist, as an esthetician, I want you to really spend the money on the right products and not feel like, you know, oh my gosh, I don't know really what to do or how to do it. Very simple with this makeup tutorial. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you try it. And until my next video, I'll see you later.